Welcome back. National Guard troops patrolling Washington, D.C. Critics of the president's federal takeover of the nation's Capitol Police Force have described it many ways: political ploy, authoritarian push, blatantly racist. Two journalists who've been very closely following all the developments in this crackdown on crime, as it's been called. NOTUS, that's News of the U.S. reporter Oriana González and national political correspondent for Politico, Brakkton Booker. Brakkton, break it down from your perspective, your reporting, who you've talked to, what the reaction has been, how it is being absorbed in the nation's capital itself, as opposed to how it's being described at the podium.
Right now, how it's being absorbed in the nation's capital, the mayor, Muriel Bowser, who's in her third term, seems to be taking this in stride. While she says there's no reason to have federal troops in the city, that the police force in D.C. is more than capable of handling crime in the city, and that it's going down, then she said that she actually welcomes the help, right. Saying that, hey, if
calculating that it is riskier to pick a fight over this with the president.
Absolutely. She has, over the course of Trump's return to the White House, has been taking a far less adversarial approach, shall we say, than she did in the first term. She went to Mar-a-Lago before he was inaugurated, trying to, have some good graces with him, and they worked together to bring the Washington Commanders back to the city. So this, I think, blindsided her, but she's like, look, I can pick a fight with the president, or we can work this out for the 30 days that the federal troops may be in D.C., and we'll see where it goes from there.
That's the magic number, 30 days. But the president gave voice today to extending that if Congress goes ahead. There are a lot of hurdles there, but that suggests that he wants this to continue beyond 30 days. That could be a complication for the city council and the mayor and everyone who lives here. Myself included.
Absolutely. And it would be a complication also for him, because he needs authorization from Congress in order to be able to do this. A joint resolution would need 2/3 of a vote in both chambers to pass. Democrats are not going to allow that.
And, of course, that's the performative part of this. Democrats are pro-crime. If they weren't, they'd vote with me.
Right.
To try to create this juxtaposition. And, Brakkton, I want to talk to you about another component of this. When the president name-checked cities that had a problem, what names did he use? Washington, Baltimore, Chicago, Oakland.
All of them
thematically describe for my audience what that represents.
Well, not just are they big liberal cities, they're also cities run by black elected officials. These are all black-run cities by black mayors, have large black representation on the city councils. So the thinking is, or the challenge is for him, is he's saying, like, look, you know what's happening in these cities. These officials cannot run it, and I have to come in and save them. And he used the term Liberation Day to say that, hey, we are coming to rescue the residents of D.C. from this crime-infested area. And they're also blaming youths. And the youth, that was the interesting part, especially from Judge Jeanine Pirro, who said, like, look, I can't even prosecute some of these people because they're minors. That's why the D.C. Council needs to change the law so I can go after these people who are wielding guns. So it's making it seem like all these youth who live in D.C., a large black population, that they are the ones that are making the city so dangerous. And even the Trump administration is hamstrung from going after them.
Oriana, based on your reporting, what should we watch for in the next couple of weeks?
I mean, it's clear here that he is targeting or is interested in going after blue cities and blue states, might I add. I actually, a few of my colleagues at NOTUS reported that they talked to the mayor of Kansas City. He's not worried. Why? Because it's a red state. Those are not the cities that Trump is interested in. We already saw the National Guard going into Los Angeles. He has a very particular target, and those are exactly the cities that you were mentioning, the ones that he mentioned, Baltimore, Oakland, the ones that have been the most outspoken against the president.
And we had Kennedy Center honorees, and the president said he's going to be the host. Wow.
It's going to make for some interesting.
Now, the honorees are not outside of the scope of honorees that you could imagine the Kennedy Center recognizing.
Right, but it's the fact that he is the one who's, I think he said he was 98% involved.
98% involved. Well, and rejected those who were wokesters.
Yeah, exactly. When you talk about Gloria Gaynor, whose big hit, I Will Survive, came out in 1978, it's like, well, okay, sure, she should be honored, but there's
a lot of 70s and early 80s that flows through these honorees.
There is, but it's also like, it gives a sense of like, this is the type of of music and culture that Trump.
Right. Oriana, I'm going to give you 30
enjoys.
seconds to wrap us up.
Well, I would say that this is just another example of the ways in which Trump is trying to kind of make his space in D.C., right? Taking over Kennedy Center, bringing in the National Police, the National Guard, federalizing the police. I am interested to see how these celebrities react. Kiss told actually one of the NOTUS fellows, Sam Lukemeyer, that they're accepting.
Right.
So really interested to see how Gloria Gaynor, for example, responds to this.
Oriana González, Brakkton Booker, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.